Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I go by RishaaMariee. If you are not new here, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you. So in today's video, as you can see, I'm going to give you guys an updated wash and go routine. So my first wash and go routine was probably 2 years ago. I think if I can remember, I'm gonna like insert like a clip or something, or maybe like a full screen full over clips of like how I used to do my wash and goes. I used to do like
moist, a little water, so I'm gonna spray a little bit more. I'm gonna go through, kind of finger this in. The first thing I'm gonna add to my hair is my Twisted Sisters Bare Well to Frizz Intensive Leave-In Conditioner. So my can 2 leave-in, and I'm very generous with these products. I don't even know if you can see, it's probably just blinding me, so let me stop. But yeah, and then I go in with my Shea Moisture Coconut and Hibiscus Curl Enhancing Smoothie. Some people may think this is a lot of product. Is my As I Am Twist Defining Cream, and I just use the praying hands method for that, but I still go through a finger detangle. I'm gonna go in with our Denman brush, and I was second guessing this brush, but I really I'm gonna take my Eco Styler and rub that through. And
4 or 5 products. I didn't really use combs like that because I was into the whole natural guru thing, saying not to use combs. And my wash and goes was still popping back then, but you can see like the growth from then to now. Honey, it ain't even a comparison, honestly. The products I use now is completely different. Just the way I do my wash and goes, the fact that I use heat now. I didn't use heat in the past. But enough of me rambling. I know y'all want to see how I get these desired results. But before we jump into the video, make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you hit that subscribe button right here, and then make sure you like this video, and then go ahead and watch. Okay, you guys, so normally to start my wash and goes, I normally start with wet hair. So either I wash or I co-wash my hair. This is about 3 days old. I don't even know what this is, but I'm gonna go ahead and co-wash my hair, and then I'm gonna come back to y'all. So okay, you guys, so I went ahead and co-washed, and what I do is I apply my leave-in while my hair is still warm so that it can really penetrate my hair. So that's why you don't even really see it in my hair. I apply it right away. So the 2 products I'm gonna be using for my wash and go is the Omega 369, the Shea Moisture one, and then the Aunt Jackie's Coconut Cream Curl Jelly Balsa, or whatever it's called. It's a jelly. That's what I'm gonna use. So basically what I go in and I part my hair however I want my wash and go to fall when it dries. So normally I always do a C shape. And then I go ahead and I part my hair off into 4 sections because that's how I work my wash and goes through. So then I normally work with the back first, and I work up. So I'll do this section, this section, this section, this section. So what I do is I go in with the smoothie first, just to help really define my curls and work this product in and warm up my hair to it. And then I'll go in with the gel. Okay, so I use the smoothie and I'll put that in the entire section. And I really work that through because I want it to really go into my strands. I don't want to see it like just sitting on my hair. I really try to warm my hair up to the product. Okay? And then it looks like that. I don't know how well y'all can see it. Looks like that with no gel or anything in it. And then I always use 2 combs when I'm doing my wash and goes. Some people say they just use their hands, but I find that I get better wash and goes and I get less single strand knots and less split ends when I do it this way. So I use a wide tooth comb and I use a finer tooth comb, if you can see the difference in the combs. And I go in with my wide tooth comb first and I comb out that section like so. And then I go ahead and I split it and I pinned up a part. I go in with the finer tooth comb, make sure every single knot is out. Just try to work that through. And then I go ahead and apply my gel. After I apply gel, I don't try to use any other tools once the gel is in my hair. And I really try to work this through too. Depending on the look that I'm going, I would kind of try to like shingle or something, or just rake. But lately all I've been doing is raking, so that's what I'm doing. I'm making sure I get my ends as well so they're not fuzzy or frizzy or anything like that. And I know it's a good gel, and I know it's gonna be a good wash and go when my hair is straight like that, like silky straight. Like, you see that? When I can get it like that, I know my wash and go is gonna come out good. So then I just move on to the next section. And since I already detangled this entire section, I just go in with the finer tooth comb. And I make sure I detangle really good. Try to get any snaps out, like so. And apply the gel. And I make sure to get my roots too, because you don't want a really silky defined wash and go with poofy roots. Even though you're gonna try to get some body at the end, but you really want everything to be uniformed almost. So I really work that through like this. Make sure every area has some gel on it. Like that. And then for the areas in my hair, because I have different textures throughout my whole head. So for the areas in my hair that's a little looser, which tends to be up in this area, it's not heat damage or anything, just my curls are looser. It's more like of a 3C up here. And then in the back, it's more of like a 4A-ish. So for up here, I may do a little shingling, but you'll see that as I work through. So pretty much I'll repeat that process throughout my entire head. So I'm just going to speed through this clip for you guys. Okay, you guys, so the product is fully in my hair. I did my whole head. So what I like to do is I like to let my hair air dry for about an hour or two. Sometimes I get distracted and I leave it in longer, and then I'll finish the process with diffusing. So I'll come back when I'm ready to diffuse. My hair is about 90% dry, so now I'm gonna go ahead and diffuse. Now that my hair is still a little damp at the roots, but that's where stretching will come into play, and that'll work everything out. So what I do is I divide my hair back into those same sections, or at least 4 sections I try to do. So without really disturbing the curls, I try to be as gentle as possible. Okay, so then I take the section back here. So y'all see how crunched up this is? Like that. And I should have applied some heat protectant before I went in to diffuse, but I forgot. So I'm gonna just apply a little heat protectant to each section just because I am using heat. Like so. I'm gonna go ahead and take the top off my blow dryer, take the diffuser attachment off, and I go straight in. So what I do, I take the ends of my hair and I pull it out like this, and then I go in with the blow dryer and just go from root to mid shaft. So root to shaft, mid shaft, and that's how I stretch my hair. Okay, and then that's the difference. So now you see it's actually touching my shoulder. Before it was like all up in my nape, and I don't really do that much, but it also takes the crunch out of my hair that was in there before. And I also, it's my personal belief, I've noticed a difference in my hair when I stretch it versus when I just leave it in this completely shrunken state. I get less knots and split ends as well using this method. I think the combs, using multiple combs, and then also this method has helped, because you think about it, when your hair is really tight together, like if you have a tighter curl pattern, not to say that we're trying to change our curl pattern or anything, but we're trying to give the hair a little bit more room so that it doesn't curl under itself and create knots. So I've noticed less knots. I don't really get any knots anymore, and I contribute that to also using combs, because the thing is, so many natural hair influencers tell you not to use combs, or they personally don't use combs. But for me, because I don't cut my hair as often, like some beauty gurus do every 3 months, some do every 2, some do whenever they feel like it. I don't cut my hair as often. I probably do it about 3 times a year, sometimes 2, sometimes 1. That's not really good, but I've noticed that I have less of a need to do them when I'm doing this method. And also, I don't do wash and goes as often. I will take a twist out, a braid out, or something like that. But I've noticed that doing it this way, I've seen more healthier wash and goes. If you haven't seen that video that I did about wash and goes, health, and avoiding single strand knots and stuff, I go more into detail in that as well. So I will go ahead and have that up here and also in my description box, so you guys can check that out. Okay, you guys, and this is it all stretched out. Like, I know y'all see the difference in it, and it is completely dry at this point. But I'm gonna go ahead and well, it's not really completely dry, so I'm gonna go ahead, before I pick it, I'm gonna just let it kind of sit in this state a little bit longer, and I will come back to you guys with the final look. Okay, y'all, so I done let it set a little bit. So this is how it looks. I haven't picked it, I haven't did anything. So then what I do is I go ahead and apply my edge control. I'm using the Style Factor Edge Booster. That's the one I'm using. You can go ahead and set your edges if you want. I don't really need to. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And then I start with the bottom and I pick out, and I make sure not to pick too far. So I'll go in make sure I'm at the roots and kind of pick about an inch. And then I go in and just do that throughout my entire head. I try not to pick too much on top because that creates the most frizz. So picking under eliminates your frizz. If you pick on top of your hair, that creates more frizz. Sometimes I don't mind, like when I want it to get a little bigger up here in my around the part, I'll sometimes pick on top, but for the most part I try to pick under. So you'll see me lift up my hair like that and pick, lift up and pick, and you see the volume that's coming. And this is about as much as I'll pick, so you guys make sure you let me know down below in the comments how big you like your hair. This is first day hair, so I'm okay with it not being super big. And in order for longevity to last when your wash and goes, you don't want them super big because you'll kind of destroy the integrity of the curls if you pick a lot on the first day. So I try not to do that much, but just enough so I can have some body. And then I have my length, which I enjoy, and I can make it bigger than this, but I'm not. But y'all see how defined this wash and go is. You see how, you know, moisturized and good it looks. So that was the whole purpose, to give y'all updated look on my wash and goes. So make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and share, and I will catch you guys next Wednesday. So remember to have those post notifications on so you can see every time I upload, and I'll catch you then. Peace.